Hey Cancer, welcome to your March 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from March 24th until the 31st. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I would like to announce if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here, Cancer. What is the energy here surrounding you this week? You did pull the Knight of Wands here in your challenge. This could be a person in particular. Could be a fire sign. But when it comes to your own energy with this Knight of Wands, I feel what you're looking for at this time is certainty, confidence, boldness here to take bold action with the Knight of Wands being in the challenge. But you're looking for clarity first. It's like you need clarity first. You need a deeper understanding here first before just leaping into something. And I'm kind of seeing you here grow a little bit impatient here. I would definitely say watch out for your temper this week, Cancer. Don't let your temper get the best of you. Mars is in your sign, Cancer. And Mars is a planet that does deal with aggression, confrontation. So just be aware of that energy here. Try to control your Mars energy. Let's see. You pulled this second house card. It says owning here. Yeah, the second house deals with our money, our resources, our values, and how we support ourselves. So I get that being a big focus and a big emphasis here for you this week. It's interesting, you don't have any pentacles here in your reading. We're gonna jump into your tarot here in a moment, but you don't have any pentacles here in the read. You have nothing but pretty much, you have fire, water, and air. Then you have the Magician here. So I feel like this comes down to, well, for one, I will say I do pick up, I'm not gonna rule that out. I feel in regards to the second house stuff when it comes to money and ways in which you can support yourself, I think you are there's things here this week that you're trying to figure out. But the second house as well deals with our self-esteem, our self-worth, the way we feel about ourselves, right? The second house also points to like our health and our well-being here as well. So you could be really wanting to improve those things here this week. Let's see, let's keep going. You pulled this Me Talks card. It says repairing the mind, or it says repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Very interesting. Yeah, the second house can deal with our well-being and trying to figure out better ways in which we can support ourselves. And I think for you this week, and you could be feeling this now, it's energetically, right? The Knight of Wands deals with it's fire. So it deals with like our energy. It's yang energy that gives us initiative, right? That gives us self-determination, motivation. And I think those are the things in which you're trying to really find here. But I will say though, with this Me Talks card, if you need time and space for yourself, take that time and space to really focus on what's the most important things for you at this time. Specifically, if you are feeling burnt out or exhausted here. The second house is not just about money and your resources and your possessions. It's how you support yourself just in general. So I think you could be actually too trying to discover the best resources here for yourself. You pulled this blessings card here. So I think there's a blessing coming out of all of this week. You could be noticing an increase in blessings here as well. It could particularly come from a stranger or someone quite new in general with this Page of Cups here in your reading. Or it could just come through from someone else here. Someone could be offering you something, suggesting you something that you were once unaware of here before. Like there's some type of lending hand or lending of help here this week for you. Yeah, you pulled the Ace of Swords here for the overall energy. And I will say this about the astrology this week. We do have a solar eclipse this week that'll be on the 29th of March. And then we have Neptune that comes into Aries, I believe, on the 30th. And then what else is going on this week? Those are the only things coming to my mind right now at this time. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Mars in Cancer is going to square Chiron at the beginning of this week. And so that could definitely be that, having to take a break or a timeout or having to address these deeper wounds or these deeper blocks when it comes to your energy, which I'm seeing here with that Knight of Wands in your challenge. But the overall energy here for you this week is the Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity and trying to find that new energy, that fresh energy. This may be a time for you to take a time out to get a breath of fresh air here with this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords does deal with our thoughts too and our intentions, and I feel like you're trying to figure out like what is the best intention for yourself moving forward. But I think first it's like you have to find that clarity here with the Ace of Swords. Because I like your current energy, the Queen of Cups. You're very much in your Cancerian energy at this time. You could be really attending to things like when it comes to your personal life, home life, family life here with the Queen of Cups. And I just see you overall just really wanting to take care of yourself. And I see here you wanting to take care of other people here as well. And hold that space for others here with the Queen of Cups. Also, too, you could be, with this Queen of Cups, really focusing on your own spiritual and emotional being, or spiritual and emotional being here. You have the Knight of Wands, like I said, in your challenge position here. Yeah, I feel like your challenges you're looking for, it could be impatient, so I will say like be patient here. But I just think you're really trying to find that confidence. You're trying to find that like that self-determined, driven energy here, but it almost kind of feels like it's not there. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, we do have Venus and Mercury that are retrograding. It's in Aries at this time, and it's going to come back into Pisces, right? So we don't, yes, we'll have the sun that comes into Aries on the 20th of March, and that'll be in Aries this week, obviously. So there is this boost in energy, but also at the same time, it feels as if there's still a lot of things to figure out, and it doesn't really feel like things are moving forward as quickly as we would want, which is why I feel this Knight of Wands could be impatience. But with the and so I think it's important to be patient here. And the Six of Swords being your advice, it's just the rite of passage that you're in at this time. You're going to get to where it is that you're trying to go, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time here with the Six of Swords. But also, I want to say here as well, I will be aware of being like your triggers here, Cancer. I think I got this for you in your last reading. Like to be aware of like being triggered by things. Like don't subject yourself to things that you know will piss you off, basically, or that aren't good for you. Six of Swords actually just staying clear from bullshit, basically, right? And steering the boat here in the best direction here for yourself. You do have this Knight of Cups here in the future position here. Very interesting. I don't get that this is another person. I feel like this is you. And the Knight of Cups has been coming out here a lot in the reads, specifically in the future position. And I feel like this is all of our temperaments here. It has a lot to deal with that North Node being in Pisces and how we're all trying to strive toward a higher, or I would say strive toward just the ideal future in general that we're wanting to create, right? That's in alignment with our dreams. That's in alignment with our spirituality, our soul, our spirit. And so I think there's something here that you're pursuing here that you're desiring at the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is also about strength and courage to be vulnerable and open and actually step outside of your comfort zone and move in the direction of what you know will be fulfilling for you. And so I see you starting to do that here, but it's interesting too, because it's almost as if there's not a lot of certainty with that Knight of Wands in the challenge. Like there's not a lot of confidence. Like you're probably not feeling that confident about it, but it's like you're trusting the flow here. You're trusting that everything's going to work out here for your highest good. You did pull the Magician here in the outcome position. Yeah. There's something here I feel by the end of the week that you're going to be working on. It's something here that you're really good at, and so you could be just getting really involved in something here. I'm going to have to clarify what this is, but the Magician also in the outcome is being able to manifest here. Being able to manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest, what it is that you're trying to create and have for yourself with that second house being here. So we'll clarify and see what that is. But you do have the Page of Cups here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. With this blessings card, I feel like this is the blessing. Like someone here is either going to be helping you here this week or suggesting something to you but it's going to help you. I don't think you're aware of it right now or what it could be, maybe possibly, but I think it comes this week here, and I feel like it comes from something external, like it comes from somebody here. All right, let's clarify your reading. Clarify the Ace of Swords for the overall energy. You pulled the Magician here. Well, there it is. You have the Magician here twice in the read. I just think you're trying to really set new intentions here and follow through with your intentions. You have the gift of the written word or speaking. Ace of Swords is like our mind, our intellect. It's basically our intellect. So the way we process information, the way we connect and understand patterns, decode things, learn things, articulate things, our speech, persuasion, communication, that you have that very strong skill. So this is the week where I see you really using that skill here. Clarify the Queen of Cups in your current energy. You have the Six of Cups. Yeah, I think right now you're holding a lot of space for others at this time. And I think you're really trying to too, like take better care of yourself here as well with this Queen of Cups, Six of Cups. And there could be a lot of healing that you're doing at this time here as well, particularly around like your self-esteem and your self-worth. I'm not saying like you're like, you have low self-esteem. That's not what I'm saying, but there could be aspects of your being here emotionally that need to be attended to that, yeah, in a way it could be like making you feel not as confident or making you feel not as worthy in regards to certain things. But I think there's a lot of deep healing that's happening here that's restoring those things with that Queen of Cups, Six of Cups here. Clarify the Knight of Wands in the challenge. You pull the Two of Wands, yeah. The challenge is direction, like needing to be certain and wanting to take bold action, but not knowing which way is the way. You know how I kind of see this? It's like the boat that runs out of gas. Right. So you want to press the gas on the boat and go. Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, but there's no gas. But you do got a fucking stick, right, to move the boat. And I kind of feel like that's your advice. Is I think there's things going on right now that is preventing you from going as quickly as you would like, and so you're just having to use what it is that you have to create momentum here. But the whole point, though, with the Six of Swords is just creating momentum or keeping the momentum going. Clarify the Knight of Cups here in the future. You pulled the Eight of Cups here, yeah. And I've been saying this, I mean, this card is Saturn and Pisces. We do have Saturn and Pisces right now in the astrology, but I feel like this card perfectly describes, I would say, well, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, describes what that North Node in Pisces really is. It's like letting go and detaching from anything that is not spiritually and emotionally in alignment, and then starting to reorient yourself towards something that is spiritually and emotionally in alignment. And that's a higher ideal here for yourself, particularly when it comes to like the dream life, the dream things, the dream life and the visions of what it is that you would like to create for your future. But you have to leap into the unknown, surrender to the unknown, and walk in the direction of the unknown, which is what I see you really doing here with this Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups. Clarify the Magician in the outcome. You did pull the Death card here. I'm gonna pull one more of this. The Two of Pentacles here. You could be revisiting something here from the past. We are in a Mercury retrograde, right? So it's like you could be, and the Magician also has a lot to do with skills and talents and hobbies. So you could be like picking up an old hobby, an old talent here, or revisiting things, redoing things here that you're naturally good at, things that you enjoy doing, that you like doing, but you may change some things up here by the end of the week with this Magician. Death card, Two of Pentacles. I think too, it's like you're finally putting an end to something here as well. What is this ending to? The Temperance and the Six of Swords. I think what this is like you could be, your beliefs are changing here, specifically when it comes to your beliefs, like your philosophy, the things that you have once learned. It's like you could be like re-examining, reviewing things and changing your mind about certain things here. Clarify the Six of Swords as your advice. You pulled the Seven of Wands here. Yep, Seven of Wands is you got to still stand up for what it is that you believe in, right? And fight for what it is that you believe in. And although there's, like, Seven of Wands is courage and having to keep momentum going regardless. That's the only way you're going to maintain your position, or that's the only way you're going to stay in a good position, is like you're having to just keep the momentum going, even if it's not moving as fast as you would like, or things are happening in a way in which it's propelling you forward as fast as you would like. It's just about using what it is that you have just to keep the momentum going. Because I feel like once you stop, it's like you lose all momentum, and then it's even harder to get it going again. Clarify the Page of Cups here. You pulled the Tower. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's gonna be some type of unexpected gesture that comes your way, or some type of gift that comes your way. Person, right? I think it comes to a person that's going to be offering you something here. It's going to be unexpected, but I feel like it's going to be a blessing. It's something that's going to help you here. So that's what I got for you, Cancer, in your reading. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I appreciate you for watching. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link is down below in the description. And if you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, of course, I encourage you to do so. And otherwise than that, I will see you later.